let's add this to the stage. Big up the people in the comments. I'm gonna get there in just a moment. Big up man like D Man. You can catch him over on Geordie Dread stream. Let's go to Ornstein with the Bombers because I think we all know what's going on by now. But let's get into it. Let's get into some news. So David Ornstein, exclusive 6 minutes ago, by the way. Man United make improved bid to sign Brian Mbuemo from Brentford. New offer for the 26-year-old worth 65 million fixed plus 5 million add-ons. So yes, so it looks like Man United, Brentford have been playing a game of chicken with them. They want as much money for their 20-goal man as possible, and I don't blame them. He scored 20 Premier League goals, bro. Do you know what I mean? Maybe even more. I don't even know what the record is, but that's where we're at, people. Man United awaiting Brentford's response as they work to close the deal for the Cameroon international. So that's in Mbuemo. Obviously, they've only got Cunha so far. However, Cunha's a great signing, people. Cunha's a great signing. Imagine if they would have got Mbuemo, Cunha, and Gyökeres. Like, that's the kind of front three that we should be trying to buy. But no, we're not going to get him because of Saka. Even though Saka, I don't think he's not going to be back to his best, I don't think, next season. And he is going to need rotation. So I feel like the need for a right winger is actually there. I'm not trying to give more excuses for the Madueke, brigade that want to say that's why we bought him. Because like I said, look, it's nothing personal on Madueke. It's just about the business. And especially because it's now looking like, the door is closed on Rodrigo, and we will get into all of that as well. Ornstein, 3 hours ago, Liverpool advancing in talks to sign Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt. Negotiations for the 23-year-old forward progressing on package worth in excess of 80 million euros. France Youth International wants Liverpool, so personal's no issue. Yeah, man. What do you guys think about that? I mean, obviously, like I was saying to Mr. Battered, Liverpool, they got their big boy pants on. They're bullying up the transfer market. They were trying to little bro Newcastle a little bit. And I'm saying, look, I'm not saying that they can't do it. I was just saying it's Newcastle at the end of the day. Like, this is meant to be the year that they're able to spend. So if they dig their heels in and say, nah, we're not selling Isaac, then Liverpool's only other thing that they could do was pivot to Ekitike. And it looks like that's what's been happening now. The fact that Liverpool's actually made the bid for Ekitike, it looks like they will get Ekitike. And let me just say this, I think Ekitike is a good signing for them, even if they was to go and get Sesko, because they can afford to have someone like that in their team. Do you know what I mean? It's just Arsenal at the stage that we're at. If they bought Sesko or Ekitike, it's not going to be all on them two or one of whoever they bought to do everything for Liverpool next season. Whereas if we bought Sesko or even Ekitike, you know what I mean? The pressure's on. The same for Gyökeres. If we finally get the here we go for Gyökeres, everyone's going to be expecting miracles. It's just one guy at the end of the day. We're going to start up front, and how different is our team going to look? We've got Zubimendi in place of Voldemort. We've got Madueke probably in place of Martinelli, but I probably would still start Martinelli. And we've just got Gyökeres, and the rest of the team is the same. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I will be getting into the comments very shortly, people. I just want to try and get through this news segment. I'm going to try and learn off the Ludig Guna, and then obviously I can do the timestamp thing, and then obviously try and get some more content out for you guys. But let me know in the comments what you think about this, man. Big up Liverpool. Like I said, the way they're moving, I respect it. I just think with Isaac in particular, you ain't going to be able to bully Newcastle for that one. Do you know what I mean? And just because Newcastle were going in for Ekitike, for me, that never... the first thing I thought weren't, oh, Isaac's going to Liverpool or Isaac's going now. I just thought raw, because I'm expecting Newcastle to go mad this summer. And so far, it's only Elanga. Good signing. I don't know if I would have paid 55 for him, but decent signing. You know what I mean? We've just had to pay 52 for Madueke, so I'm not going to complain too much about 55 for Elanga. But I'm expecting Newcastle to do a bit more with the 17th of July. So, you know what I mean? But talking about Newcastle and doing more, let's go down. David Ornstein, again, 3 hours ago. Newcastle are exploring a move to sign Johan Wissa from Brentford. Great player for me. Why Arsenal? Why didn't we go and get him rather than Madueke? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that every other club seem to have good talent ID, competent football people, and yet we're always trying to, what do they call it? Upcycling. We're trying to get the trash and turn it into something that we can sell on. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, Newcastle, like I said, for Wissa from Brentford after calling Hugo Ekitike interest. Well, they haven't called the interest. Liverpool's come in as well. Ekitike probably would have went to Newcastle if Liverpool never came in, but now that they have, there's only one place he's gonna go. No contact yet, but expected soon. Plus, personal terms also need to be agreed. Availability and price may depend on Mbuemo case. So there's news about Johan Wissa or Johan Wissa. Let me see if there's anything else. Just talking about Ekitike being contacted by Liverpool. I think that's been the major news, hasn't it, over the last day. Leeds United strike agreement in principle with Newcastle to sign Sean Longstaff. Okay, decent. Little bit of Arsenal news here. We kind of knew this anyway. You know, in the final stages of talks over new contract for Ethan Wanyeri, major interest from PL/abroad, but 18-year-old always prioritized staying at boyhood club. No game time demands during discussion. Set for more central role. Big boost to AFC. Now, for me, I weren't upset with Ethan. I would be like, yeah, make those demands, bro, because the way you got treated last season, it wasn't very good, was it? It wasn't very good. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? I do think we needed to see him a lot more, especially on the wing, because we needed him on. There was games where we needed goals and stuff like that, and it just weren't coming. Arteta weren't using him. So for me, if I was Ethan, I would have been like, look, I'm not saying that I need to play every week, but you need to assure me that I'm gonna get minutes in it in my preferred position. So I'm just glad that we can get it over the line. At the same time, I don't know what that means for Ethan. How much minutes is he gonna get? You know, Miles Lewis Skelly is going to probably play left back a lot because it's a defensive thing, and we know what Arteta feels about defensive players. So, but there you go. Anyway, let's move on to Fabrizio. Let's see if he's got anything else to say. Advancing to take club to club with Ekitike, we know all that. United remain confident on Mbuemo, we know all of that. Man United remain in active talks, we know all of that. Ekitike has been clear with Eintracht, he wants Liverpool move. Yeah, look, soon as Liverpool are in, it's a wrap. Napoli are now close to signing or completing a deal for Vanja Milinkovic Savic from Torino after a verbal agreement in place for Ngonge, if I've said that right. Okay, don't even know who that is. Looks like a keeper. Understand Torino are closing on a deal for Cyril Ngonge with Napoli. Okay. Understand Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has now signed his contract termination at Al Qadsiya, if I've said that right. Shit then, Oba, free agent again. Come to the carpet, bro. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Come to the carpet. I'd rather 36-year-old Oba come in when Jokeres ain't playing than Moreno or Havertz. Come to the carpet, bro. Look, Marseille still playing at 36, by the way. So no new news. Obviously, Liverpool are moving. Lorenzo Luca arrives in Roma. So obviously, Napoli, I don't think are going for Darwin Núñez anymore. Johan Bakayoko signed at RB Leipzig from Eindhoven. Okay. Belgian winger. Do you know what I mean? He's probably, do you know, the thing is, this guy is probably going to be, you know what I mean? Probably better than Madueke. I swear to God, bro. Same news about Ekitike. So nothing really new. Leipzig working on deal to sign Brazilian midfielder Marlon Gomez from Shakhtar. Yeah, man. So nothing really new on that side. Let's try hand of Arsenal. Who put out the news about Rodrigo? People, let me look in the comments quickly. Who put out the news about Rodrigo? Because I did see that someone did send it to me. Someone did send it to me. Okay, but full agreement reached for the transfer of Gyökeres to Arsenal. That was on the 13th of July. That's looking a bit stupid now, but there you go. In all honesty, Gunner Blog reported the Ethan Wanyeri's situation with grace and honesty. La di da. Ethan was never leaving. All right, whatever. Arsenal in the finals to okay. Delegation is awaiting the arrival of Mosquera. Will complete his medical examination and sign the contract. That's what I'm saying, chat. What do you think, man? Because like I was asking Shaq, man, like I can't say that Berta's cooking, bro. I understand that we've got business done. We've got 5, potentially 6 players. We might not even stop there, but there's a lot of people that it doesn't fill me with a lot of hope. Do you know what I mean? It don't fill me with a lot of hope, people. I can't lie. I cannot lie. Mosquera, I don't know much about the guy. Prospect, not a problem. You know what I mean? Zubamendi, yes, that could be decent, but it could be. I can't hand on heart tell you it will be. Norgard, that don't excite me. Kepa, that don't excite me. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, where are all the people that's meant to be raising the standards? The ceiling raisers, not the floor raisers. Because last summer, we only got bodies in. Calafiori, Moreno, just bodies. Sterling, Neto on loan, bodies, squad players. And this season we've done the same thing. Jokeres as well. Zubamendi will probably start, but there's no other choice. But let's see what Daily AFC has got to say. Only time, whatever. Removal fans have been spotted outside Victor Jokeres' house in Portugal. These man are like, this is like Pepe Le Pew, bro. You know what I mean? La African skunk, bruv. La African raccoon. This is like these man, bruv. These man are reading so much into shit, bro. Like but listen, money have to make in it. Content has to content. I get it, but come on, man. This is like starving hungry. Uh, Will Wright signs for Arsenal. Who the hell is that, bro? Some little kid. Shit, then he's looking a little bit like Rory Jennings in that picture, bro. That's not a good look. Victor Jokeres' brother Anton has started following Arsenal on Instagram. These guys, bro, they are doing the most in it. Maybe I'm doing the most now, even by reporting it. But you're not getting me out here like it's not as bad as that. Who said about this Arsenal stuff? Who said about it? Do you know? I think I saved the picture actually. Let me just look at that. Share out the live as well if you don't mind, guys. Like I said, I don't know how long this is going to be today. I don't know about the link either. Um, Obviously, I've just done a show. There's loads of people live. I am going to be back at 8 p.m. tonight. I'm going to be on with Mr. Robbo. So I'm saying Mr. Robbo, the Latvian Guna. So make sure you go and show him all the love in the world. 8 o'clock. And then I will probably be making an appearance on the Bruised Banana if it's still going. So it ain't even no one to do with Arsenal. It's Madrid Universal. Madrid Universal. Let me get it up here so I can show you guys. Madrid Universal. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. But big up, man. Make sure you guys are smashing the likes. Let's see if we can get 20 likes on the stream, guys. Let's see if we can get 20 likes on the stream. Liverpool hold preliminary talks with Real Madrid for exit linked forward. Like, how does this make you feel, Arsenal fans? Do you see what I'm saying? How does this make you feel? Because isn't this what Arsenal always do? Everyone kept saying, I normally play the clip. Maybe I'll get it up. Maybe I should get it up. Let me just get through this news and then we'll get into it. But let me know, man, because this makes me sick. This makes me absolutely sick. That's what it does. That's what it does. We spend 50 plus, we overspend for someone who didn't make it at Chelsea, and we're not trying to get the best that's on the market. And let's be honest, like for 80 million euros, I don't even think that's 70 million Great British pounds. Like, make it make sense why we're not doing this stuff. Make it make sense. Arteta, possibly. Goodbye to a legend. Yeah. Where was the ting, man? There we go. Here it is. Oh no, look, that's the one for Rodrigo and Liverpool. This is disgusting. So imagine if they get Wirtz, Perkez, Frimpong, Ekitike, and Rodrigo. Like, it's back-to-back settings for Liverpool, isn't it? This could be dominating for years to come. Like, this just puts us so far behind people. We're getting NordVPN, Chelsea's scrap. Do you know what I mean? Zubamendi, how is that gonna get us closer to Liverpool? Jokeres is the only one, and he can't do it on his own. But there you go, guys. Obviously, I'm going to talk about it in a minute in a little bit more detail. But there you go, guys. Liverpool. I told you, innit? I said it's not a pipe dream that Rodrigo comes out of Real Madrid this season. The pipe dream is whether Arsenal's going to show that ambition or not to go and get it done. And even with bad Berta, where's the ambition, bro? Arteta's still winning. That is crazy. That is nasty, nasty work. Like I said, I'm just trying to find the one where he basically closed down the Arsenal and Rodrigo stuff, just so I can show it to you, and you know that I'm not making it up, bro. Like, why is it? How much news has he put out since then? Look, he's closed down the Arsenal links and opened up the Liverpool links, especially because they're not going to pay as much for Ekitike as they would pay for Isaac, and they are taking the absolute Berties, bro. That's what they're doing. Forget all of this crap, man. Where is what I saw, guys? Sorry it's taken so long. Here we go. Here we go. Breaking 3 hours ago. Arsenal have closed the door on Rodrigo. They will not sign him. How are we closing the door on Rodrigo? Maybe Rodrigo closed the door on us when Liverpool came in for him. But what did I tell you guys? He will get priced away from Real Madrid this season. And apart from Kvaratskhelia, I don't think there's a better left winger in football, bro. And we're not showing no but we're closing the door. We're closing the door on Rodrigo. There it is. I mean, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know how credible he is. How do you feel, Arsenal fans? Because as Shane keeps saying, bro, they keep dangling the prom queen and we leave with the pig. Each and every window. We got Arsenal fans saying, when have we had a complete window? How are you going to say this is complete, bro? Just because we got players in the positions that we needed. That's not complete. Especially if the quality isn't up there. Especially if it still sharp and still, people. You can't get better someone just because he might be better than what we got, but is not really better in general in across the footballing world. You're getting floor raisers and not ceiling raisers. This is wild to me, guys. This is absolutely wild, man. And this makes me sick. Let me stop sharing it. It makes me sick.